What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about an underrated loot spot that could help you get more wins in a Fortnite Chapter 7. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like some more, comment down below where your favorite place to land has been so far this season, and if you guys would like to use my code in the shop when getting anything, it is EvolvedJake, just like my channel name is, and it is underneath the webcam at all times. So I talked about this spot a bit in yesterday's video, but I'm going to be talking about more of what makes it good and why I actually really enjoyed landing here when I was trying to get gameplay for that video. And that is going to be the piano room in the tunnel in between Lethal Labs and Sandy Strip. So you're pretty much in the center of the map and you're inside a tunnel. And it doesn't seem that great, but if you break this wall behind the Coral Buddies, you will drop into this piano room, which has 2 chests and a guaranteed rare chest, which is pretty nice. There is also several slurp barrels in this area on top of the tunnel, in the piano room, in the tunnel itself. So you should be able to get full shield and then still have some extra shield to carry, which is really nice for a spot that can be looted this quickly. Oftentimes locations that don't have as much loot, you kind of run the risk of just getting like really unfortunate spawns and not getting shield. But even worst case scenario where you find no other shield items, there's enough slurp barrels here that you will be able to get a lot of health and potentially just get full shield right off that. One of the things that makes this spot really good is that there is a potential katana spawn right outside the tunnel. So when that spawns, you are able to start the game with one of the best mobility items right now and one of the most like high value for a single inventory slot items, because some people prefer shockwaves or the wingsuit, but the amount of mobility you get from a single katana is a lot just because of how rechargeable it is and all of that stuff. Like, it has durability, but still 1 gold katana gets you so much mobility. And one of the things I really liked about this spot, I had to land here a lot when I was making the katana video because I kept not getting the portal to spawn. Like, I was just getting unfortunate in that regard. But pretty much every game I was still able to play the match out and have a really good game despite, you know, having one of the worst case scenarios happen where the katana doesn't spawn. And you have a lot of choices after looting this initial piano room. If you want to play more aggressive, you could go towards Lethal Labs and clean it up. And oftentimes the players here won't be finished fighting by the time you've looted this. And so you're probably going to get like a somewhat easy third-party fight to clean that up, especially if you were able to get the katana. And pretty much every game I landed here, I went Lethal Labs afterwards and I didn't get the katana, and I was still able to get there on like pretty good timing. So it's not like it's entirely make or break if you get that sword. You could also go towards Sandy Strip, and there's potentially a balloon that could be in between the tunnel and Sandy Strip, and you could loot that balloon. The little cases on the side have a really good chance of giving you shockwaves. And then you can make your way towards Sandy Strip, potentially eliminate the Bride NPC to get the purple sword there if you didn't get the gold one out of the tunnel portal. Or if you wanted to play it more safe, you could loot towards the cabins that are also on the snow mountain, but south of this piano room, and then from there you could kind of do what you want. And a drop spot like this is really nice because it usually won't be heavily contested, so you're gonna have like a somewhat safe start to the game. You might see like an enemy or 2, but it's rare that there's gonna be like several, you know. But you can loot it really quick. You have a chance of that katana, and then you also have several choices after your initial looting, depending on how your initial looting went. So like, let's say you had a really unfortunate match and you just got terrible loot out of this tunnel, then you can maybe go towards like the south like cabins that I talked about and loot that up for some extra loot. But if you got solid items and you're ready to fight, you could go towards Lethal Labs, get a couple quick like clean up easy kills, check out the vending machines there, talk to the Jonesy NPC and see if he's like upgrading weapons. Or instead, you could just go towards Sandy Strip if you wanted. Having a lot of choices, I think, makes the spot good because you can adapt depending on, you know, what you have access to. As I said, if your loot sucks, you might want to go towards those cabins and get the extra loot. But if you're, you know, fine fighting with what you got, you're fine fighting with what you got. And I think that makes this spot pretty good. With these third-party locations, kind of touched on it already, but since you can loot it so quick, you have like a timing advantage on those POIs. You do have to travel there, which takes some time, but those players are landing at a spot which typically will require them to fight. So you not only should get there on decent timing to capitalize and like third party them, but also you're probably going to be more healthy and ready to fight than they are because they've been fighting for longer in the game while you've had like a relatively easy start to the game. So think if you want a low-key spot that also allows you to get pretty high kill games and fast-paced games, it's not like you're going to have really slow match landing here. I think this piano room is actually incredibly good. But let me know down in the comments below, like I said, where your favorite location to land is. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Yeah, he just broke glass. I think. They put you in lives without clicking? Yeah, it'll like come up on your feed, and then sometimes I accidentally like tap it trying to swipe, and then it says I joined. Maybe I'm dumb. And in a tree. This guy bunkered. Wingsuiting behind me. That's the one I was looking for in zone. I was going to be so excited if he took that bait. Because, like, it's a 1v1v1 and he just saw the other guy wingsuiting, so there's no world on earth where he should, like, over-peek into that, but... The jukebox. I don't see him in there. I think the wingsuiter would have went to this building. And he'll probably just late rotate with wingsuit again. And so we can like fry him out of the sky or like try to kill the other guy while he's doing that if it happens. Get in. I don't know if he's in zone there. He is. That was such a high value shock. It got him away from me and launched me in the storm, so I couldn't like just kill him. He loves his bunkers though.